My name is Dave Ewald. I work for the Datacard Group, and I'm the Financial Instant Issuance Solutions Manager. And I cover the Middle East and Africa, representing our financial instant issuance software and hardware. And the software is called CardExpo.
Okay, so how does Datacard Group work? What are your infrastructure like?
Okay, we're a global company with our world headquarters in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We have about 1,500 employees, and half of the employees are in the United States and the rest are around the world. We have a relative to Nigeria. Nigeria falls under our EMEA region, our Europe, Middle East, and Africa region. And in Nigeria and most African countries, we work through distributors.
Excellent. You are a card issuance group, I believe. And then what other services do you offer?
We really offer products. We have a broad range of products. We sell large personalization systems for financial cards, so that a bank that does hundreds of debit and credit cards can do. We don't make the plastics, but we put the names on, and we do the magnetic stripe and the chip encoding. So we sell large machines that can do hundreds of those an hour. We also sell large machines that can print passports and IDs, national IDs. And then we have what we refer to as desktop units, such as the one here that do low volumes of cards. This one is particularly of interest for financial instant issuance. We have others that are good for like ID badge printing and things like that.
Okay, the kind of printing you do is on a large scale. And with your experience in this industry, especially in the Nigerian market, what have been your experiences and what are the challenges that you have faced also in producing cards for Nigeria?
What we've learned is that in, I believe, 1999, there were no cards in Nigeria, and now there's a lot. So from a card standpoint, it's a very growing market. Like I said, we don't make the cards themselves, but we add the details to it. And so we have a number of banks and processors using our equipment that are issuing hundreds of cards an hour. And we're also involved with some like voter registration card projects. We're not just financial. We are involved with voter registration cards, national ID cards. So it's a pretty broad range group of cards, and so card types. So from market standpoint, it's grown a lot in the last 12, 13 years, but with especially the central bank's mandate to go towards a cashless society or less cash, cards are going to be an important part of that, and so the need for our types of products should keep growing.
Okay. So what kind of documentation do you offer in terms of EMV? Do you offer with your product and your services?
As far as EMV goes, we're selling software and hardware to banks. We sell a piece of our software. A component of our system is called Athena. Athena is our EMV data preparation and personalization system. So Athena is our product to be able to put the EMV data onto a chip.
Excellent. And how, in your best words, how will you describe you contribute your product into the cashless economy in Nigeria?
Like I said earlier, one of the components of the cashless society will be cards. One's mobile payments, one's cards, and there's already cards. There's banks, that issue cards, but a customer generally doesn't get them immediately. So if I go and put in 100,000 Naira into my account, I really can't get access to it until I get my card, and that could be 1 week, that could be 2 weeks later. With financial instant issuance, the bank can give the person their card right away, and then they have access to that access to those funds, either small amounts from the ATM or at a merchant that has a point of sale terminal.
Okay, excellent. So many Nigerians, especially Africans as well, they have concerns in in regards of security of cards and transactions, doing transactions over POS and other internet transactions. What are security measures that Data Group have put in place to checkmate some of these things?
Specific to our products, our instant issuance product has achieved certification called PCI. PCI is a payments group that, well, they don't mandate it, they outline security, types of security. So they say, if you're sending something over the network, it has to be encrypted. If you're storing information about cards, it has to be encrypted. So from our standpoint of our software, we've achieved, we're PCI compliant, but we've also passed an audit. So the PCI group says our software is secure. So that's the steps that we've taken in our software. From a general standpoint of ATMs and cards, Visa and MasterCard have, well, let me back up. The EMV cards have added a layer of security by requiring the PIN. So it's much harder to copy an EMV card, and it's very hard to get the PIN, unless someone tells you. But from the standpoint of the payments, Visa and MasterCard, if the merchant follows with the rules that they're supposed to, if there's fraudulent activity, Visa and MasterCard will reimburse for that. But they say these security measures should be put into place, and then it's the merchants and the people supplying the equipment that help achieve that.
Oh, great. If a company is probably interested in signing up onto your platform and getting some of your services, what are the requirements and how do they actually sign up?
Okay, our customers are going to be banks. So we have a couple of distributors here in Nigeria for this software. One is called CHAMS, the other is called E-Revenue Gateway. And we will help a bank, with our local distributors, we will help design a system for a bank as far as how many workstations to install, or how many workstations to install software on, how many printers, the type of printer. So we sit down, if a bank shows interest, we will offer a proposal based on their interest.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.